Hello guys, Blader Dasher back, and today, in this video, I'm going to be showing you my top 8 best Beyblade combos. But right before I get started, please hit that like button and subscribe. Click the notification bell if you want to see my next video come up. And tell me down in the comments down below what other videos I should do next. But other than that, we'll start. So I'll go in order by best to worst. So actually we'll go worst to best instead. So let me move the combos back. Alright. So the first combo is probably gonna have to be Cyclone Kerbeus over Metal Universe 2. I chose this because it's very circular for stamina. Kerbeus Core has decent burst resistance and decent stamina. 2 is pretty decent. Over is really good for the weight. And Universe for the opposite spin stamina. And this combo, if you have the parts, can only be used in opposite spin, which means this thing can only verse left spins. Like it's meant to like counter Vanish or Astral, like left Astral or left Burst. But other than that, this thing will get clapped by almost everything. So that's why it's this low on the list. Next, we have Savior Belial. Now you might have seen this combo already, but I'll show you it once more. It's Savior Belial with the Belial 3 core, Nexus plus D, Quick Dash 3. Now I chose the Savior Blade because it hits hard, Belial 3 because there's a burst stopper, Nexus plus D just because I think it goes better with Savior than Nexus plus S. Plus it scrapes a little bit less. Quick Dash for more control and good flower patterns. And 3 because it lines up with the blades very well. So the downside about this combo is that it can self-burst a lot because of its intense recoil. So that's why it's this low. It is a good combo, but it's pretty risky to use. Next, we have, let's see. It's probably going to have to be, has to be between Prominence Perseus or Roar Longness in high mode. So these, in my opinion, are around the same tier, but I'll go over them. So I'll go with the Roar Longness first. It's Roar Longness, Tapered Bearing Mobius, 0 in high mode, because it can really go on top of those Beyblades when it's in high mode. And plus, the little recoil helps with defense. Longness core, good stamina. And, Tapered helps with life after death and helps it scrape less, or tilt, I mean. But the downside is the KO resistance, and it can't really counter, like, this thing is probably a good opposite spin combination, but this combo can like counter it with the Universe Driver. But its KO resistance is isn't really the best, but it is good opposite spin, so that's why it's ranked here. Then we have Prominence Perseus with Giga Zeal 2, no, 10. So the reason why I chose Perseus because it has good weights, Prominence because it has good defense, Giga because it helps the Zeal driver not scrape and still decently heavy, Zeal because it has good KO resistance and decent stamina. Then 10 because it's the second best armor and pairs up pretty well with Prominence. But this thing is not really the best. It's mostly same spin and some low tier opposite spin. But other than that, this thing can get beaten. So that's why it's ranked this low. So these two I think are ranked the same. Next, we have Astral Lucifer Tapered Bearing Dash 10. Now this one has decent burst resistance. Astral Blade's really good for defense, good for stamina, and can give some decent attack power. Tapered helps with the bearing with better stamina, and bearing because it's like the best driver out there. Besides bearing drift, high extend plus dash, and all those others, but this one, so the downside is probably just the KO resistance. But other than that, that's why it's ranked here. Next, we have, it's between Guilty Bahamut's and, I'll say, yeah, Wind Hyperion. So this is Wind Hyperion with Overbearing Drift 3. Now this one's probably the best combo you can make out there because it has really good stamina for same and opposite spin. But the downside is that it doesn't have the KO resistance it needs to stay in the stadium. So that's why it's ranked here. Then Guilty Bahamut, the best attack combo out there. So it's Guilty Bahamut, Fortress, Extreme Dash with 10. Now I chose this because it hits very hard and can knock out almost anything. It's insane. But the downside is, of course, the stamina. So, but it can give good flower patterns. So that's why it's ranked here. Because the thing is, when you light launch a right spin, Guilty can still somehow knock it out. So it's really good. This is like a counter to Vanish. Alright, speaking of Vanish, this is our number one combo. We have Vanish Achilles with Illegal High Extend plus Dash with 3. Now I chose this combo because it's really good same and opposite spin. And can really tank attacks with its rubber blade. Achilles core with good stamina and decent locks. Illegal, good for stamina. I think over is more for attack-ish than stamina. So that's why I chose Illegal. High extent plus dash because it has really good last second life after death stamina. And 3, again, why I chose it to go on Savior, because it aligns with the blades very well. So yeah, these are the top 8 combos that I would use in a Beyblade tournament. But yeah, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Click the notification bell if you want to see my next video come up. And tell me down in the comments down below what other videos I should do next and what other battles I should do. But other than that, Blader Dasher out.